Late for their show.
Oh,
That's Steve.
well, when I get here early, I lose track of the day.
Oh, I see.
Okay, let's go, let's do it.
Okay, go.
Hello, Las Vegas. This is Rolando with Face the Tribune. If you have nothing to worry about, if you have nothing to hide, then you can face the Tribune. But if it's the other way around, Face the Tribune is going to face you and your face, because that's what we like to do. We like to look at your face and tell, ma'am, sir, you did wrong. And that's what we're doing with this week. We have a lady running for judge that is misleading indirectly because she's very smart. She's an attorney, so she is evilly smart.
That means you're smart if you're an attorney?
No,
oh.
evilly smart.
Oh, I got you.
Evilly smart.
I got you.
And she says she's been a judge, a pro tem judge. Where? She didn't say where, because she just moved to Las Vegas last year. So she's misleading the public because her campaign manager, David Thomas, did that for her. But anyway, before we go into that situation, I'd like to welcome my co-host and producer and director, Mr. Clark Feeley.
Good
Welcome.
afternoon, Mr. Larraz. Nice to be with you
Thank you
today.
for calling me Mr. Larraz.
Monday morning.
I haven't been called for a long time.
Well, you're called a lot of things, but
Yeah, I know.
Mister, maybe not one of them, but
I was talking about Annette Levy. 29 years as an attorney. She's not even in the legal directory. How did she become an attorney in Las Vegas for 29 years? And because she's not. She's an attorney in California. She moved to Las Vegas to run for district court.
they have a name for that. Carpetbagger.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know the difference between being what do you call it? Carpetbag?
Carpetbagger.
Carpetbag, no carpet barn, right?
No, bagger.
Oh, carpetbagger. Okay, and being an attorney. But she listened to people that have not her best interest on her. They got their best interest on her. You got people like David Thomas and associates doing things crazy, and she's not going to get away with that, because that's why we have a newspaper in Las Vegas called Las Vegas Tribune. And when we find out something tricky, something wrong, we put them in the front page of the newspaper. Simple as that. That's what we got, a newspaper called Las Vegas Tribune. We are not the other paper, we're not the daily paper, and that's why people that are tricky hate us. That's why people that are tricky are doing things behind our back, and they try to hide whatever they do wrong from us because they know we're going to expose. But we are very lucky, and we have different sources, and we found that in one email that we don't even have listed under our name. It is under somebody's name, and they send stuff to us in different emails. That's the miracle of GoDaddy and the miracle of what do you call that? Internet access and all that. You can put any name you want. You create an email, and you start getting emails there. That's when you are tricky, like David Thomas. Then they do those things, but not this time, David Thomas. I'm sorry, she has nothing to do with your behavior, but she's going to pay the consequence. That's all it is. Period.
What is she running for?
District Court 20. And she went to lunch with Steve Sampson from Veterans in Politics. Then at that time, he was not in a friendly term with what's his name again? The tricky guy, David Thomas. He was not in a friendly term with David Thomas, but now he is in a friendly term with David Thomas, and he gave the prize to David Thomas by giving Annette Levy to David Thomas to manage. You know, now Annette Thomas belongs to David Thomas' stable. You know, he is the judge pimp. That's what he is. The judge, people call him the judge maker, I call him the judge pimp. Because he takes the money and do nothing for them. He promised a lot of what do you call, endorsements. Endorsement doesn't mean anything, nothing. Endorsement is a promotion for those companies that promote those things. And also you got the unions, like the Police Protective Association, the police union for the police officers. Nobody pay attention to Chris Collins, the president and executive director, and all those names on the Police Protective Association union. Nobody pay attention to that. Every decent police officer that go to vote on election day, they don't follow Chris Collins or David Callas or anyone. No, I'm sorry. David Callas is a drug dealer now. He's not a detective anymore. He is a drug dealer. He has a license to become a drug dealer.
He's a medical dispenser then.
Yeah.
Pharmaceutical dispenser.
Yeah. So that's the way it is. And no, if you care for this city, if you care for this state, you should not vote for Annette Levy. Annette, and it's A-N-N-A-T.
Oh, Annette.
I guess she was too lazy to put the E at the end, and then she, instead of Annette, it's Annette Levy.
One of those pesky little flies?
Yeah, Annette. She looked like an ant.
Jeez.
She looked like an ant in that picture and the flyer that they sent to one of our emails. You know,
Was she asking for a contribution?
Oh, of course, of course. Do you ever know a politician that don't ask for a contribution? Yeah, Gary, whatever his name.
Gary Bauer.
Gary Bauer. He is self-funded. You know, not even like Donald Trump anymore, because Donald Trump is taking money. Not even Donald Trump. Gary Bauer don't take money from anybody. He's doing his own. He forgot to put his telephone number, but he do his Facebook. He do the social media. He do all that stuff himself in-house. So that means he's a conservative, money conservative individual. I listened to him when he was in your radio show or in Ed's show. I don't know whose show was it.
Ed came on top of my show.
Okay.
Participated, if you will, I guess is the right word.
And I listened to him, and I think he's unreal.
He's very impressive.
Very impressive.
He ran for president on a.
Well, I think that
one was like, I don't know. He
I
said
wouldn't even
26 or something, but
I wouldn't
he
even
dropped out
mention
in October of last year.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention that, because to me, anybody with little bit of exposure, they're running for president, is just, they want to throw money away.
Well, we need to get these parties out of the picture and need to get it on the candidates. That's what we need to do, guys like
Right, now he's doing the right thing now. If I was him, I would have run for something more close to Nevada, but he's doing the right thing. He's running for Congress. You know, he might have the ability and the intelligence to protect and defend the state of Nevada from Carson City. I mean, from Washington, D.C. You know, same thing, you know.
Well, if he goes there and doesn't go to lunch right away
Yeah.
with Paul Ryan and get an envelope, then I support him, great. He's representing the people, that's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Not represent the special interest in their envelopes.
Oh, that's what it is.
Hillary Clinton's running around, they got a new book out about her, I guess, where she's raised all this money giving speeches, 20-minute speeches.
22 million.
Yeah, 22 million, but it's for a 20-minute speech. That other guy
No, she made total of 22 million. She got 200,000 or something from the UNLV.
Right, but they do have a book now that lists the speeches she gave, the length of the speeches, and the amount of money, and the average length of her speech, I think, was 21 minutes. So for 21 minutes she talks and gets all this money.
Yeah, but let me ask you, did that book make copies of the speeches? What
No,
she said?
she won't publish the transcript of the
Oh,
speeches.
I wonder why.
Because she's just pandering to who's ever paying her.
I
She's
wonder
just giving
why
well,
she's not
It's obvious why.
the man.
Why doesn't Obama
Because
come-
I tell you one thing, when I write a column that I'm proud of and that I do from the bottom of my heart, I like people to read it, I like people to know, and I sometimes I even send it to people and they tell me, oh, I already read it in the paper. You know, well, but you know, when you do something like that, why are you hiding what you're saying?
Why does Obama hide his college transcripts?
What do you mean his color? He's black. I'm black. I mean,
No, he
I'm
hides
sorry.
them.
What, the black?
No, he hides the transcripts. His
Oh,
college
the transcript. I saw you say. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's Monday.
When people hide
It's
things,
Monday.
why?
I
Well,
wonder.
Trump's not hiding his taxes. He's under audit, so he's doing the right thing. Everybody that I talk about that knows taxes and knows
But
stuff,
you know-
you'd be foolish. His taxes, first of all, are about 6 feet high. That's how
But
high
in
the people-
2012, I think it was 12, right? When Mitt Romney was running for president, and Harry Reid decided to ask for his tax return. First of all, I have no idea what a stupid United States senator like Harry Reid get involved in somebody else's election.
Well, Romney didn't win, did he?
No, thanks God he didn't win.
That's why he got involved.
Yeah, you know, but I didn't see anybody doing that big of a deal about the taxes, and I didn't see Mitt Romney getting all shook up like Elvis Presley, asking about the taxes. Did he ever show the tax return?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he gave something like $13 million to the church on that particular year.
Wow.
So what does Harry Reid make? How much did Harry Reid give to anybody?
You know, let me
I
tell
love
you.
these people that throw stones in glass houses, you know.
Yeah, I tell you one thing. I believe that I am very happy the way I am. I don't belong to any church. I don't belong to any political party. I don't belong to anything. I just myself. And when I go to vote, I vote to whatever. You know, back in
10?
No, I wasn't born.
Oh, okay.
Back, I think it was in 76 or something. I don't remember when the Cuban Club opened. Okay? I did not belong to the Cuban Club because I find very despicable that you belong to a club, an organization, and then you cannot tell what's going on behind that group or that organization. I don't belong to any group because I rather belong to the journalist trade. I don't belong to any journalist. It's like, for example, the State Bar. How can the State Bar really do a good job investigating an attorney when they are,
Where do they get
they
their?
believe the money that they got to support the building and the salary and everything come from the attorneys.
Exactly. That's paid protection racket. That's
Yeah,
what the mafia used to do, go from business to business and say, if you don't pay us X amount of dollars per week, we're gonna blow up your business.
what is the bar association? Yeah, a bar to go there and have a drink, I guess. And then you're not obligated with anybody. Hey, I didn't tell you to come here. Oh, but let me tell you something. If you don't belong to the bar, you cannot practice in the state of Nevada. That's ridiculous, you know. But I didn't belong to the Latin Chamber of Commerce, and the people that created the Latin Chamber of Commerce were Cubans. No, now they got a bunch of Americans in there running the Chamber of Commerce, and bunch of people then don't belong in there. But you know, that's the way it is. I became a member of the Latin Chamber of Commerce, and as soon as I saw the players, I resigned because I could not be a member of an organization that is run by Otto Merida and what's his name, the Mexican guy from the Nevada Power, Tony Sanchez, and all this clique. They all clique. They all become politicians. They all become a clique, and they trick people, or they think they trick people. And when the Las Vegas Tribune start writing articles, then telling who they are, then, man, hey the Tribune, who read that piece of trash? Who read that tabloid? Well, we're not tabloid anymore. We was never a tabloid in the Las Vegas Tribune. We have never belonged to the tabloid era. We did a standard size newspaper, like a regular newspaper, and that is why the Las Vegas Review-Journal hate us, because people confuse us with the daily paper, because nobody ever think about having a daily paper in a city like Las Vegas with a name like Review-Journal. What the heck is that? You know, I don't know. I just got lucky. I got a good name, and I'm keeping the good name, and I'm gonna make that paper to have a good name in the community. If I don't get
Journal's not too eco-friendly. They're creating global warming with all that newspaper and trees are cutting down.
yeah,
You're eco-friendly.
yeah, well,
You know, you're politically correct.
yeah, but it wasn't my idea. I cannot take credit for that.
Oh, okay.
I like the print paper, but we're doing better. We're doing better now. We got people reading us in Philadelphia, in New York, in Buffalo, New York, and in Pennsylvania, and Florida. We got people reading us everywhere now. Before we print 30,000 paper, and then you stay here in Clark County. You know, once in a while, it go to, what do you call it over there where the whorehouses are?
Pahrump?
Yeah, Nye County.
Oh, Nike.
Nye County. You know, that's.
Well, that's Pahrump, I guess.
Yeah, it is Pahrump, but
Right.
Pahrump belong to Nye County.
Right.
Nye County don't belong to Pahrump.
Oh.
It's like Las Vegas belong to Clark County. No, Clark County belong to Las Vegas.
Oh, all right. I'll have to
You know, we should have, of course, if we move the capital to Las Vegas, the poor people over there in Carson City will die. Might well close the city. They only go there in the legislation time, you know. They wouldn't make any money without being the capital, you know. But it's okay. Maybe someday somebody will do something like that, something useful something useful. Which I tell you the truth, I don't know if it would be a good idea for the casinos and the bars and to have the capital over here. And if we get unlucky enough to have a fake governor like Brian Sandoval, then we got a problem, So leave the capital over there, leave the politicians over there, and we can handle the ones in Las Vegas. Sooner or later, we find out who they are and what they're doing wrong, and
But boy, it took 36 years to get rid of Harry Reid. My God, we're pretty slow. Need to be a
That's
little
what
quicker.
you think, my friend.
Oh,
Harry Reid not going anywhere. Don't keep pushing me with Harry Reid, because I'm never gonna finish the show. Harry Reid is not going anywhere, people. You cannot elect Cortez Masto, Ruben Kihuen. That's another Mexican than a full mixed reality with dream. My mother was a maid. So what? It's a lot of American women in this town that are maids and supporting their family, and they don't know what the hell their kids are gonna be when they grow up. Every time I hear a stupid politician saying that, like Dario Herrera, my mother make, the other guy, my father was a bartender. So what? What is the big fucking deal about being a bartender or being a maid? Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing.
No, but that's it. He's trying to say he's just a normal person.
No, he's not a normal person. He's not a normal person.
That's what they're trying to imply.
What the heck is they thinking, insulting the intelligence of the voters in this town? My father was a bartender. Oh, my mother is a maid. I saw a commercial now. It seems like, I don't know, maybe he belonged to David Thomas too, because all the candidates from David Thomas, they all are playing commercials on Channel 8. And I don't know how I ended up on Channel 8 anymore, because I don't watch Channel 8 anymore, because all they do is the weather.
You must have been watching the golf.
The traffic, the weather. I watch the traffic on Channel 8 because that girl is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know where she must be from Ethiopia or someplace like that, but she got a face, she got a body, she dressed like $1 million, I can't remember her name. I just so infatuated with her beauty, then I don't look at her name. And definitely Sherry, I can't pronounce her last name, is good with the weather. She is Miss Weather 21st century, because she is fantastic giving the weather out. And but after that, boom, let's go to Vietnam, let's go to Washington, let's go here, let's go there. Man, what the hell is wrong with Las Vegas? Oh,
We don't have the plane crash figured out yet, so.
yeah, Obama is in Vietnam. So what? Who cares where Obama is? Okay, and then the other one, the plane, and then
I was watching Greg Gutfeld the other day on his show on the weekend. Did you happen to catch it?
I don't know which one is it.
He was a guy that was on Red Eye, that started Red Eye. He's on the 5. But anyways, he had a 17-year-old kid on his show who had invented a real-time cockpit, real-time video of a cockpit, okay? Now, if there's something, and he's genius. The guy is, he's way, way out there. Anyways, he invented this thing, and he has it linked into, like, we got reports that some sort of smoke alarm went off in the bathroom. Well, there's a sensor on the airplane. If something like that happens, it triggers something. So it gets reported, right? And it goes by satellite and reports to headquarters. So it's not dependent upon the black box. Well, this kid comes up with an idea. If they can do that, then why not start a video recorder real time in the cockpit? That if something on the airplane signals something, that will be information that goes to the black box. It turns on that video camera right then and there. And you have a real-time shot of what's going on in the cockpit.
Wow.
And you know what it costs? They have a thing for that bathroom that signaled that. $100,000 is what that costs. You know what this video real-time thing cost this kid, 17 years old, $500. The kid was a genius.
But, my friend, you're not buying something for the regular people. You buy it for the White House. Did you ever hear about the $900 hammer?
You can't buy a hammer for $500. That's for the White House. You can't buy a hammer for $500.
You know, and that's why we are so much in trouble like we are.
Yeah.
Because the government has a free hand to spend everything you want, because after the 900, well, we gotta give it $10 to this guy and $20 to that guy.
And the senator that gets the thing bought from whoever, and you know, they have all those paybacks you gotta do. The
Yeah.
paybacks are hell.
Yeah.
You have a $5 item, by the time it gets to the user, it's, you know, $5,000.
I tell you one thing, maybe I'm wrong, okay? Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe that when Donald Trump get to the White House, all those prices are gonna come down. They are gonna, maybe I'm wrong, and I hope I'm not wrong this time, because I've been wrong a couple times, not much, but a couple times I've been wrong, you know, and I don't think it is important to get those prices. What is it, $900 for a hammer or $9,000?
Well, right now it's probably 9,000, maybe 90,000. I don't know. It's you know, when you can have a 17-year-old.
Well, you know, Obama has to send the two little girls
It's all attached.
to a private school.
And he
you know.
can't leave Washington now for at least 2 years after he's out of office, because Malia or whatever her name is
Well,
starting
he
private school there in Washington. That's
Yeah,
his
but he
excuse.
probably gonna open a lobby's office with Harry Reid, his sidekick.
But what's he gonna do without Air Force One?
Oh, they're gonna make enough money to get a plane.
Not like
Look
Air
at
Force One.
Look at Bill Walker has a plane that costs $20 million. What is $20 million for Harry Reid and Barack Obama?
But
That's
that's
nothing.
That's like a Cessna 172 compared to Air Force One.
Really?
Yeah, you can't go on anything but Air Force One once you're on Air Force One. That's it. You're ruined for life.
Well, I'm sure Donald Trump is not gonna let him get close to Air Force One.
Well, you better not.
You know, but they don't need to leave
Now
Washington.
he's off there in Vietnam.
He
going
don't
to
need to go
Japan.
anywhere.
He's on another world apology tour.
Yeah.
Every day he goes someplace, if you notice, on Air Force One. He's never in Washington. The other day they had the shooter over there. They got caught with a gun.
And you know what is
and
funny?
he was off on a golf course.
Let me tell you, I have a call from Cuba, from somebody that I haven't talked in, I don't know, probably 30, 40 years. And he was telling me that Obama is not well liked in Cuba.
Well, no
And
one even met him at the airport.
And he was telling me that those two girls were having fun in Cuba. I don't know what he means.
Oh, the daughters.
Yeah.
They were having fun? What does that
Fun,
mean?
fun, F-U-N.
What does
Yeah,
that
I don't
mean?
know. I didn't get that because Cuban talk too fast.
Oh.
You know, he go from one
I
topic
want
to
an
another.
explanation. What does the fun mean?
I guess he figured that because it's long distance, you know, like in the
Was
old
that like
days.
the Secret
you have to
Service that
talk-
were down there in a foreign country having fun? Was it the same kind of fun?
Oh no! I
No,
don't
different
think-
kind
No,
of
I don't
fun?
think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I
The
don't
Cuban
know.
boys didn't get a hold of them?
Oh no.
No?
No, I don't think so. They don't look that type. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think so. You know, I don't know if Obama was having
Well,
fun.
I'd like to know what the explanation for fun is.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. And he did.
Nobody respects that guy around the world. He's a joke.
Yeah. And they don't expect anything from Obama. They don't expect anything. The guy said, a lot of promises, a lot of talk, but
It's
we
all
don't see
talk.
the difference. we don't see any changes. Of course, there's not going to be no changes. And in that
It was all
particular
politics.
point, Raúl Castro is being very honest. We're not going to give you nothing. We want the base that belong to us, which is not true. The base don't belong to Cuba anymore. It belongs to the United States. And I tell you, I don't even want to make a comment about that base because I would not be surprised if this man betrayed the United States of America and give the communist country of Cuba the base that don't belong to them. But
Well, when Trump gets in there, all he has to do, even if he has to use force, is just take it back. Forget about the contracts or this or that, they're meaningless anyways. You know, laws are meaningless in this country anymore, so you just go take it back. That's all, right?
yeah, change the lock and the door.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, go back to.
What does Cuba have for a military?
No, they're pretty good on that part. They are. They train. That's all they gotta do. They train them day and night, afternoon and evenings, and everything.
What
That's
does a
all.
military soldier make in Cuba? The people make $20 a month. What does a soldier make?
Probably about $20, $30 a month.
Gee.
Yeah. No. Let me tell you something. Even before Castro, the Cuban army was very, very well prepared for anything because you don't, and unlike the United States, it's not
Well, how did Batista
obligatory.
get taken over then?
eh?
How did Castro beat Batista then?
It's called traitors, my
Oh, so
friend.
the
It's a
government-
typical
The
politician.
military went against it was a coup.
No, not the military. Some high-rank militaries, like Francisco
But that
Tavernilla.
controls the military, so it was a coup.
Yeah.
They got rid of Batista.
No, and it was part of that was the United States
Right.
by taking Batista. No.
Taking Castro.
Taking Cuban government under Batista's regime money to buy guns and rifles and ammunition to fight Fidel Castro, and before they go back to Cuba, they repossess all that stuff, they keep the money and send the arms to Fidel Castro
So
through
Batista's government-
Guantanamo base.
So Batista bought the guns from the U.S. government, and the U.S. government sent it to Castro.
Right.
Oh, perfect.
Like a typical Batista bought the guns and the arms from an ally, a country that was supposed to be friends, politically, socially, educational, everything. Batista had a residence in Daytona Beach. He was named the son of, I don't know, some kind of a political fancy name to I forgot the name of that. He was an honor citizen or whatever, the honor
You got
son.
the key to the city?
Yeah, it's better than that. Anyway, well, they did the same thing with Pérez Jiménez. Pérez Jiménez was graduated from West Point, speaks English better than many Americans, and had a good relationship with this country. Venezuela had a very good relationship with this country. And he owned part of the Fontainebleau Hotel, and he owned property in Miami, Florida, Miami Beach. And they put him in jail in the Dade County jail with all the other criminals that were in there. When Michael Pérez Jiménez got to Venezuela, he said, I'd rather be in prison in Venezuela than being in the county jail in Dade County. They treat
Quite
him
an
like
endorsement.
Quite
an endorsement.
They treat him like he was really a criminal just to please a communist card holder like Romulo Betancourt. Marcos Perez Jimenez was my friend, and I never stop saying that, no matter where he's sitting, no matter he's in the prison. And then when he got to Venezuela, the people of Venezuela was there waiting for him, welcome him back to Venezuela. That's how bad of a president he was. He did roads, he did the benefit. Venezuela is the best time of their life. It was when Marcos Perez Jimenez was the president of Venezuela, you know, and
Didn't Venezuela make the news this weekend with kind of like riots going on down there?
yeah.
That was Venezuela, right? Not Argentina. I know they don't
No.
have any toilet paper.
No, they
But
don't have any
Venezuela
toilet
has
paper, so I don't
problems,
know
yeah.
if they have to.
Yeah, communism works good, doesn't it? That really.
Yeah, but
Pretty
that's a
standard.
good thing for people to know how Venezuela, how Cuba, how Ecuador, how all those communist countries work, operate, and live before they even think about electing a Bernie Sanders communist. He's not a socialist. People pretend, don't pretend that you are dumb, because you're not dumb. You know the difference between socialist and communist. No different. Period. It's the same thing. Socialist is the living room of the communist. And once you get to the bedroom, you both in the same bed. That's simple as that. Okay? Communist is not for the human beings. Communist is for the animals, for the stupid people that believe that the government is going to give everybody everything for free. Look at Venezuela, one of the richest countries in Latin America. Look at Cuba, the best country, economical and financially, in the universe.
Doesn't Venezuela have a lot of oil? Wasn't that Chavez?
Yeah, I guess so.
Huh?
Okay,
Chavez
I
was
tell you, beautiful
Venezuela.
country. Beautiful country.
I
And
think they have a
go,
lot of oil.
yeah.
And they fall on their face even though they have oil because of communism.
They don't even have toilet paper. But what do they need toilet paper for? They have nothing to
Nothing
eat.
to eat.
You know, the government only working 2 days a week because they can afford the power bill. You know.
That's good, though.
And now that we're talking about the power bill, I would like to see if we have the right to see the power bill for Metro headquarters and the county building.
I don't know why we wouldn't. I mean, there are buildings, right? There's a
Well,
bunch of
in a
people.
democratic country, yeah, but in dictatorial
Country
of Las Vegas, I don't know if we get a chance. Because I tell you, I went by there the other night and every single window was light up at midnight. I think I want to do that work this afternoon.
Do a little research.
Yeah, I'm gonna call the.
I mean, you can't even find out about your own bill with Nevada Power. I don't know how you expect to find out what that bill is. You can't even.
Oh, no, I
you
don't
can't
care
even
how much
answer
the bill
phone.
is. I want to know if they pay the bill. Because if they pay
Oh.
the bill, they should be turning those lights off at night.
How are you gonna get a bureaucrat to do that? They don't get any bonus for turning off lights. They probably paid by how much their department spends and they get a percentage of it. Like Nevada Power. They're allowed to make so much money off of what they spend. So the more money they spend, the more they get to make, because they're allowed to make a percentage of their expenditures. So
I
that's
don't
why
know,
you
but
have
I'm
all
gonna-
brand new trucks. If a truck gets a scratch, if someone dings the door at a parking lot, you know, they get a new truck. They don't get the door fixed, no, new truck, because it spends money. So everything is run backwards of the way it should when you got a bureaucracy. And you got taxpayers paying for it. You're never gonna get anything done efficiently. You're $900 hammers, that's what you get.
I think my light bill is so high as a retaliation from Chelsea Campbell and Tony Sanchez because the article that the Las Vegas Tribune has been writing
Oh,
about
good,
it.
right, one on the police headquarters in the Metro
You
building.
know, I got that feeling. I got the feeling that they aren't doing what they're doing because there's no way then in a 500 square foot building, we can have a light bill for $900. It's no way. No way. It gotta be something, and that is the Mexican mentality of retaliation. And that's what Tony Sanchez is doing, manipulating everybody over there. He's supposed to be the Mexican token of the in Nevada power. He don't even speak Spanish, the piece of trash.
How do you know what he speaks? You can't get him on the phone. How do you know what he
No,
speaks?
but I talked to him before. He's
Oh.
been in this radio show.
Oh.
He's been here, but no more. After I finished with him, he never accepted my invitation. Same thing with Chelsea Campbell, you know, half Cuban, half American, and I don't even know if she speaks Spanish. I don't remember ever ask her that question, you know. But Tony Sanchez, no wonder the Latin Chamber of Commerce was writing such a good performance of Nevada Power. They all belong to Nevada Power, they all belong to Latin Chamber of Commerce, and they all belong to the Public Utility Commission that the two guys appointed by the governor of Nevada to the public utility are employees of the Nevada Power. Can you
Sounds
make
like
sense
a
of
stacked deck.
Yeah.
Sounds like a stacked
Thank
deck.
you. Thank you. God, I'm glad it's Monday. What happened tomorrow when I got all this information? 2 days out of town, and I come back all fired up, you know, but it bothers me when I see people insulting the intelligence of the voters. How can you tell Anat Levy, how can you tell Anat Levy to do that? Who is that? Oh, I know who that is. Yeah, that's the most beautiful girl in Las Vegas.
Oh.
But look at the kind of car
She's
she
coming
drives.
here to see me, I guess.
She coming in a Mercedes-Benz that looks like $1 million, you know. But what was I saying?
I don't know, something about the stacked deck. Now we got a stack to look at.
Yeah. But I don't believe that, you know. Oh, Anat Levy. She never practiced law in Nevada, much less in
Well,
Las Vegas.
that could be good in a way, because maybe you're not as corrupt as someplace else, you
No,
know?
really. Manipulated and owned by
Can't be any more corrupt.
David Thomas, and she's not going to be corrupted.
Well, if you've been practicing law in Nevada for more years than someone else, you're more corrupt than that someone else, just by virtue that you've been in the corrupt system. for a
No,
while.
because people come to Nevada with a dream of being a winner, and the
Oh.
dream is produced and presented to you by a corrupted human trash. Then tell you, you're gonna be here, I'm gonna put you in Department 20. I don't care who is there, I don't care who's running.
I wish she'd run for Department 19, I'd get behind her in a heartbeat.
Well, get behind Department 20.
Okay.
Get behind Department 20, and we work for Department 19 when the time comes.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm
You
gonna
know,
be working when
But
that
if you
comes.
listen to me instead than listen to your warm feelings, listen to me. You cannot have feeling when you want to get even. You might be Feeley, but you cannot have feelings.
Oh.
That's the difference. You have to be cold-blooded human being.
Now I can't even be in the courtroom because they don't like me in there because, I tell the truth, so they can't stand that.
But he didn't take you out. No, he didn't take, he was going to, but he didn't take you
Oh.
out. No.
Why does he have to even make the suggestion?
That's a typical judge. They
They're-
threat you.
They're not
They
ruling
threat-
by the law,
No,
so
they
he has to threaten me.
They not. You know, and that's the reason now I got the idea, that's the reason why the people of the lawyers in Las Vegas always have a good opinion and a good impression on Judge Alan Earl, because every attorney had to get paid. So there you are. You ask people, how is how is Judge, I lost my train of thought after I saw that beautiful girl. Come over here. Say hello.
Judge Earl was in charge of construction defects, so what would happen is he'd have a courtroom all the time full of lawyers. And these lawyers are working for the owners of the hotel, the owners of the construction company, all these people, courtroom full of owners and people like that, and lawyers, so the judge has to be used to paying all the lawyers. All the lawyers have to be paid.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
And that's why all the lawyers, when you ask, what do you think about Judge Earl? Oh, he's a very decent person. I'm glad that I got to know you. I'm glad to know, and I tell you, I don't deny it. The only reason I got involved in your case is because I was trying to get Judge Kephart name out of the article, but I couldn't do it. I could not do it because he took over and he's protecting. The article started with Alexandra Cohen, then she moved out of town, then Natasha Minsky took there, and I was getting to read those articles, and I find out that it's nothing I can do to keep Bill Kephart's name out of the paper. You know, it's not my style, and I'm not going to cover up for anybody that is wrong. You know, that's
it's a simple deal. The propensity of the judges in any place where you have to be elected, meaning you have to raise campaign contributions to buy your little signs that go around town and so forth. You have to pay for those things. So if you're a judge running for election, you have to get money. Who's the easiest person to get money from? Is the lawyers in your courtroom, because you have to rule on their cases. Hello, bribery. Hello, money. Hello, contributions.
Michelle Darkea
Hello,
ran for
Michelle.
judge, and she knew how hard it was to get campaign contribution, because the person that was in the seat that she wanted, and she didn't want any other seat. She was very much into that. What department was that?
Department K, Judge Delvecchio.
Judge Delvecchio, and then he came out later on with child molestation. And to be honest with you, I don't think all that child molestation was that truth, because there is 1 million lawyers in this town. That's an expression. It's not a million. We'd be in trouble if we got 1 million lawyers in this.
You heard the town that was too small for one lawyer, but just the right size for two.
Yeah, but this lady claimed that Judge Delvecchio molested her when her mother was married to him, or was boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't know how it was. But why did she go to? Why would you go, in a good sense of the word? Why would you go to the guy who supposedly molested you to get a job from him? Because that was the only place she can work, because she was not qualified to work in a judge chamber. I don't know, whatever it was. You know, I believe I was not a friend of Judge Delvecchio. I was not. This is my idol over here. This is my candidate. I work on her more than anybody else, you know.
Her election.
Her election, yeah. Michelle, welcome.
Well, that too.
That too. Yeah. Michelle, welcome back to Las Vegas.
Thank you.
How was your trip?
It was terrific.
Yeah, I can see that in your face. Anyway, folks, Michelle Darkea came over to visit us, and hopefully maybe we can get her to run for judge in Department 19.
I'll be behind her.
You're going to support her candidacy?
Absolutely.
Really? That's a promise?
No,
right here?
No reflection on you at all. Don't take this wrong, but I would support a cat in an alley running against Gephardt. Anybody, anything, anybody.
Are you calling my friend
No,
a
I said
cat?
no objection. I said I'm gonna support anybody that runs.
Folks, thank you for listening, and remember, my name is Rolando Larraz, and I stand behind every single word that I said in here with David Thomas, Annette Levy, what's the name of your judge over there?
Gephardt.
Alan Earl.
Alan Earl.
What is it?
Alan Earl.
Alan Earl.
Eleanor.
Alan
Demented.
Earl.
Demented
Everything
Alan
I
Earl.
said about them, I will stand behind that word. Thank you for listening. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless our troops.